Hi, it's Tesla again. It's another kitchen takeover today. And today we're gonna make rajas, which is a Mexican dish. Typically it's used for parties, but as I said before, we are a family that likes to eat, so we're gonna eat it all ourselves. So the main ingredient is poblano peppers. They're the green, these peppers. And so rajas means strips in Spanish, and so we're gonna broil them so that they kind of char on the outside, and then peel them and cut them into strips, and then we'll get to the other ingredients. So the first step is to broil them. So I'm gonna put them on this baking sheet here. You can also do the broiling over like a stove top, but I don't like that method as much because I get a little bit scared that I'm gonna burn myself. And this is much easier. So they're all on the baking sheet, and I'll just stick them in the oven on the top rack for the broiler. Okay. So they've been broiling for 5 minutes on high, so this is what they look like. You can see, I don't know if you can tell on there, but they're all kind of black on the top and blistered. And like I said, they've been on high for 5 minutes. So now I'm gonna flip them over. I just use some tongs, regular tongs. Flip them over so the other side can broil. And we'll put them back in for 5 minutes. My parents' broiler is much more forceful than my broiler. They take a lot longer in my broiler because, you know, every oven is different. So my broiler has only one little like light or broil thing on the in the middle. So, and theirs has one all over. So you can just watch them, and whenever they get broiled and blistered, that's when you can flip them over. All right, so we'll go back in the oven. Separate them out a little bit. Sometimes they pop and the juices flow out, but they haven't done that yet, so we'll see. I forgot to mention that you can get the other ingredients ready prior to putting the poblanos in, or during the time that they're broiling, but I always prefer to get my mise en place ready beforehand, just so it makes it really easy when I go over to the stove and can just dump bowls in. So today I have 3/4 cup jack cheese, and then a 1/2 cup sour cream, a whole onion diced. I don't do it super fine, but you can do it a lot finer chopped than that. And then some garlic, and I use minced garlic from a jar or canister, but you can chop up real garlic too if that's what you prefer. Okay, so they're out of the oven. They're very blistered. I think they're probably a little bit too blistered, but that's okay. It'll make peeling the skins off easier. So I'm just gonna put them in a big bowl. I guess you can also do it in a plastic bag, but I've never done that. It seems kind of weird to me to put really hot things in a plastic bag. But going. And this is 10 poblanos, so we had to find a really, really big bowl. You can also half the recipe too. Okay, then we're gonna use this really technical cover. Put it on top. You want something that fits. Oops, there we go. You want something that fits on top of the bowl, so that it's kind of sealed, so that the poblanos steam for a few more minutes. So we'll let this cool, and then we'll get the other stuff going. Okay, so we're gonna start with some olive oil. Put that in the base there. I just kind of eyeball it, but I think you could do probably maybe like 2 tablespoons. Let's throw these onions in here. See why it's easy to have the mise en place all set up. So we're gonna caramelize these onions, and for them to be what's called truly caramelized, according to Dorothy Stainbrook, is they need to be cooking for 5 minutes at least. The recipe on my mom's website on Farm to Jar is for 5 to 7 minutes, so we were going to do that anyway, but she wanted me to add that piece about the caramelization, so there you go. Okay, so while the onions are caramelizing, I'm going to be peeling the peppers, and they've been cooling for about 10 minutes. So we'll open them up here. At home, I like to use like a rubber glove or something like that, but you can use a paper towel. If they're cool enough, you can just use your hands. These are getting pretty cool, so except on the juices. So you just rub them off, and you can see the skins come off pretty easily. So you just peel all the peppers.
Okay, I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna be her prep cook or her sous chef or whatever you wanna call it. And the peppers are pretty well cooled now, so it's easier to do it by hand, for me anyway. So if you take out the stem, they peel off, the peelings come off in big chunks now, like this. It's still awkward, but they do come off in big chunks. So once you get them peeled, then she's cutting them, or just tearing them really because they're so soft, into strips that are just about, I don't know, 2 inches wide or so.
More like 1 inch wide and maybe 2 or 3 inches long.
Okay, so all the peels are off of this one, and then just open it up and de-seed it. Hand it over to the chef to do her thing.
Okay, so then for the last 30 seconds, you're gonna put in the garlic, and this minced garlic is a half teaspoon is 1 clove, and you want about 3 cloves, but I'm gonna just do 4 cloves because why not? Okay, so now we put in the garlic for 30 seconds, and we're gonna add the rajas to the pot or pan. So now they're all added, and we'll just stir them around and mix everything in. Make sure they get kind of... Okay, so it's been cooking for 5 minutes, so we'll just even it all out there and then turn off the heat and add in the cheese and sour cream. Okay, it's all dished up, so let's give it a taste test. It's really good. It's a little spicy, which is actually kind of surprising, but it's good.